We just finished the busy holiday season for Thanksgiving here in the U.S., and now we're all into getting ready, the Christmas rush, the shopping, the craziness. And the more I think about what it takes to prepare, execute, and host a lovely Thanksgiving feast with all the trimmings, the more I realize Thanksgiving is just like running your business. We're going to talk about all that and more on this episode of Thinkin' Rich. You're a smart, ambitious woman. You have so many depending on you to keep life running on schedule and get the important things done. But you've wondered if you could have your own thing, a business that gives you a new creative outlet, is profitable, and will not overtake your family. I'm Amy Robles, your guide in this process to create the business you love, keep your family first, and shine. Because you can enrich your life and your bottom line. Welcome to Thinkin' Rich. Hey, I'm delighted you're here. It is so good to have you back. We just finished Thanksgiving in the States, and holy smokes, what a fun, great, wonderful experience. You know, we weren't able to travel home with family with work schedules and everything going on. And so it was just a really small Thanksgiving dinner, but we wanted to do the whole thing. Turkey with the trimming, and there's so many little mini lessons that after the day, I was sitting there thinking, there are some really powerful examples. And I told that to my husband. I said, I think there's some parallels here. And he said, oh yeah, what about this? And what about that? And it's so fun to see how doing this podcast and noticing the parallels, how much that has become kind of a mantra and kind of a lesson plan that my family is all participating in to help you improve your business. It's just kind of become a fun game that we talk about and different things. Today, I want to share with you 5 specific lessons. What happened in our Thanksgiving? What was the lesson learned? And how you can use that lesson for your own business. So much fun. All right, very first, number 1, no matter how well you plan, one thing can derail the whole plan. Let me give you a little background. I'll actually include it in the show notes, my Instagram post, because we did the shopping a few days before. Everything was packed in the fridge. We had a lot of all the pieces we knew. I kind of had the timeline in my mind. I had a couple of deadlines I was finishing for work. And so I was working on those different projects. But still, I knew in the back of my mind, as soon as I was done, then I was going to do this and this and this to make sure that turkey dinner was ready on time. My husband came home. He's home. They were talking. It's dinner time the night before Thanksgiving. And he said, how's the turkey doing? It's fine. It's in the freezer. And we both stopped and looked, and my jaw dropped. Oh no, I didn't take the turkey out of the freezer to thaw. And in a panic, I didn't know what to do. So I call my auntie and say, I'm not sure what to do here. And I'm kind of laughing about it because this is awkward and it's super embarrassing. Let's be real. But I was kind of on the border where it could have gone either way. We panic. What are we going to do? I saw The Christmas Story. I know they always end up at that Chinese restaurant. Craziness. I didn't want that kind of a thing. And so I was trying to figure it out. And of course, family's laughing, enjoying, having the moment together. And my husband, without saying a word, he just went and tidied up, made sure that everything was clean, really disinfected our tub. And then he filled it up with water, took the frozen turkey and put it in the tub and just was swimming that thing around. So the action, the friction of the water moving, plus a little bit warmer than normal, working and just swimming that turkey around. I'm not joking. I don't know how many hours he did that overnight, but the turkey was ready to prepare. I don't recommend this strategy. But you and I both know there are things where you have all your ducks lined up in a row and you forget one thing, and that can derail everything. So the lesson learned is time. You cannot make up for lost time. And it makes me think about the turtle. And my other auntie just told me this, that a turtle does not have capacity to walk backwards. A turtle can't even look backwards. A lot of times in life, it doesn't matter what happened in the past. You just need to be a turtle, continuing forward and continuing moving on. Wow, what a powerful lesson. The other thing that popped up in my mind is you need to make checklists. There are times where you think, yeah, I've got this. I've done this 57 times. It only takes one time to have that challenge where you forget one crucial step that can derail everything. Big lesson learned, thaw your turkey. Number 2. You can have multiple things going on in the same time at home, in the same time in your business. You do not have to be there and oversee every single one. My friends, oh, you strong, ambitious, beautiful women, we all do this. We love to have everything in order, and that's called micromanaging. We can do that. We do not need to micromanage. When you find yourself overseeing every step, that is you telling yourself, whoa, I'm way too involved. I'm micromanaging. I need to step back and find ways to be efficient. So right now in our life, we're living in an apartment and we have what we call a two-butt kitchen. That is, you cannot have multiple people in there cooking, chopping up veggies, getting things going. It is an official two-butt kitchen. With one oven in our two-butt kitchen, there's no way that we could have so many things cooking and going on at different times. So we set a table up on the other side of the apartment where we had the roaster oven cooking our turkey. We had on the kitchen table the slow cooker working on our potatoes. That is how we got things done. We set the stations up and spread it out. The lesson learned here is set up stations for your business. Set up possibilities where you can have designers working on one component of your project coming up while you're working on another, while someone else is doing another piece of the pie, getting things going. Be efficient. Think of the assembly line focus. There are multiple things happening to make sure that your business is moving forward, and that's a lesson you can learn. So that brings us to number 3. The restriction of that one oven held us back. And so the 3 tools that we used, that roaster oven to roast our turkey, the slow cooker, and the bread machine to work on the dough to make fresh, buttery rolls, all of those things were working at one time. And stepping back, the lesson learned here is you've got to invest in the tools. I can see that the slow cooker we bought maybe 10 years ago. The roasting oven we bought about 5 years ago, and we thought we might use it a few times, but I think it might be a good investment. Let's just see and figure out. And then the bread maker we got a few years ago. Investing in the right tools made it super easy to have multiple things going on. Lesson learned. You've got to invest in the right tools. But I know you involved in your business, having so many things going on, being like, I know, but man, there's so many courses come over and they tell me, and I've got to buy this and I've got to act now. And what about this? Ask yourself these 3 questions before making your next business purchase. Here's how you see. Number 1, how often will I use this? If you're going to use it once a week, it could very well save you hours and hours of time. If you're only going to use it now and then maybe on your next business, big project you're working on 2 years down the road, then that's totally different. You need to really evaluate how often you use it. Second, can I use this tool for multiple projects? If you can see many ways that you can use the tool, that's one way where I always think, yep, this is a smart investment. I really need to make this. And third, will I be using this tool 1 year from now in my business? If you cannot say yes to all three questions, you need to double check the investment that you're making. Where are we? Number 4. Here we are on the next lesson learned from Thanksgiving. So at one point, I realized we had 3 different things that had to happen all at the same time. So I handed the recipe and the pot to Dad and said, here you are, you're in charge of the cranberry sauce. I had my daughter, my 6-year-old, helping stir while I was adding a little bit to make it something cook and become really, really yummy. So it just made me realize you have got to delegate. You have those number 1 jobs that only you can do. No one can add on to it. No one can add your personal flair in your business. You have to do it. Those are the number 1 things that you are always focusing your time on. Number 2 priorities and number 3 priorities pass to someone else. Now, my husband had never made cranberry sauce, and he did a lot of things wrong. He put the sugar and all the extra stuff in, and then he realized, oh, I need to do this first. And then he took the cranberries out of the pot, and he put them in the strainer and rinsed them off. And then he did something else with the pot and the cranberries, and I saw him rinse off the cranberries again. It took 2 or 3 tries for him to make the cranberry sauce. But he learned a lesson, and he learned how to do it himself. He made it really delicious cranberry sauce. I learned how to just step back and let go and to delegate to him, and really helped us become efficient overall. I know, as the kind of women we are, it is hard to let go. It is hard to delegate those kind of steps. But once you do it, you are not only giving yourself some freedom, you are empowering those around you to be able to have more success. So that's another thing. The next lesson. Yes, my friends. Even though you make a plan and you go through the hoops and you thaw the turkey in the tub and you make it work, somehow something can show up just because. And by the end of Thanksgiving in the evening, I was looking at my daughter thinking, something's wrong. I don't think she's doing well. We need to watch her. And the next evening, instead of putting up our Christmas tree like regular, we were at the late night InstaCare and the pharmacy. Kids get sick. This is just a part of life. The big lesson learned here for us was there are things that you can control and take care of every single day, but there are some things you just can't control. You can't control the sickness that pops up sometimes. You can't control if somebody loses a job. You cannot control the weather. And as I thought about this, there's been so many major hurricanes, major situations going on in all parts of the world that we can get really wrapped up in the small things. And the lesson learned here is we have got to keep those very important things important. You've got to make sure that your business does not overrule your relationship. That your business is not kind of pushing your family out. And there are times where I have to just stop where I'm at and go pick up my daughter from school, and my mind is still elsewhere. Before I pick her up, I find myself just taking a breath and getting into mom mode. So I'm there 100% for my child. And that's been a big lesson, is making sure that when we are there, that we can control what we need to control and be present and be there for those loved ones around us. Finally, this is the big lesson of today. Yes, you can. You, right now. If there's one thing you know today, this is important. If you can plan, prepare, and execute a beautiful Thanksgiving dinner, then you can run a business, right? You've got to do your research. You've got to plan. You've got to move forward and make things work. The lesson learned here is, my friend, you are far more powerful than you believe. You've got a lot to offer the world, and walking through the steps, setting up your sales funnel so people can find you, so that you're connecting with others and making regular transactions and having that influx of cash in your business help you move forward. But you believe in yourself is the key. It starts with you. The lesson learned, my friend, is please believe in yourself. And if you're having a hard time with that, I want you to know that right now, I believe in you. I would not be doing this podcast if I wouldn't have seen women that really have incredible business ideas and just need a little instruction, just need a little direction to make things happen. You can do this. You can create something to help others in different parts in the entire world. Go and do it now. Who would have thought Thanksgiving and your business have so much in common? It's amazing how we, as smart, ambitious women, are leading, are taking care, and still moving forward in our own personal growth and transformation in life. You can enrich your life and your bottom line. I love showing you how to do it. It is one of my most favorite things I've ever done. I want you to have a great week, and I'll talk to you soon.